Northface Trail. It is, the first part's pretty steep, but the view is just unbelievable. Oh, it's my favorite trail. So the Northface Trail is by far my most favorite trail that I've done in Switzerland. I've done it a total of 3 times. In order to get there, you actually, so if you're starting from Lauterbrunnen, you're going to take the cable car up to Mürren, and then whenever you get to the top, you'll take the train over to Mürren.
So once you get into Mürren, the trailhead actually starts kind of in the town of Mürren. You got to walk through after you get off that red train. You got to walk through the town a little bit, which is by no means a bad walk, but you'll be walking through the town. You'll walk up a steep paved path up to an old cattle farm, and then just pay attention to all trails and it'll get you onto the right path. And I would recommend watching all trails pretty regularly throughout this hike, because I've been up there with Joanna twice now, and both times we've taken the wrong turn at the same spot and had to backtrack for about half a mile. One time we ended up climbing up a steep mountain face, but yeah, it's not bad if you have all trails pulled up. It's the Northface Trail alternate route. Just check in pretty regularly on the app to make sure you are going the right way, and totally worth it. Totally worth it in my opinion.
All right, how are we doing?
Jude's fighting me.
Oh, how are we doing?
It's painful.
Whew. We're on our first hike.
I'm gonna punch you, kid.
Steep. And the kids are wild.
Take you hit the rocks up there.
So you're definitely going to be in halfway decent shape to do this trail. We did the reverse of the mapped out route on all trails. That's the way we've done it both times her and I have been there together. And no matter which way you come in, it's going to be a pretty steep, but it is paved, but a pretty steep hike up both ways to kind of get into the trail. And all trail says 2.5 hours. It's going to take you long.
So we took about 4 to 5 hours to complete the trail, just because the views are so amazing, and we just really wanted to take our time. And I will say that there is a mountain hut about halfway through the trail that you can hike to. They do have bathrooms there. They have a restaurant. You can get a cold beer, you can get a cappuccino or coffee, and it is amazing. It's beautiful. You just sit down there and look at all the views and just kind of enjoy the trail and take it all in. They found snow. Riley! What I would recommend bringing on your hike would be amazing, good hiking shoes. Like, please bring good hiking shoes. I didn't the first time and my feet were dead. Good hiking socks. Bring a water bottle. There's multiple places along the trail to actually fill up with the spring water from the Alps. The water is delicious. Bring a raincoat just in case. We did have rain the last time we went on the trail, and potentially a warm coat or hat. It's raining on us.
Okay.
So weather and trail conditions, I will say that the video is from late May of this year, and there was still some snow on the trail, and then we did get rained on quite a bit as well. We did lose half of our groups. You'll see in the video that the children kind of got frustrated with it, and they decided to turn back. So that's why we ended the trail with just a handful of us. I have also done this trail in late September and mid-October, and the trail at both of those times was beautiful, and there was not snow on the trail at those times. It was colder in late October than it was in the end of September, but I would recommend bringing a flannel or a warm coat.
Ryan is on his epic trek.
through the Swiss Alps. You got it, Ryan? Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't call this trail dangerous. There's really no dangerous parts. When we were there in the fall, there was no snow on the trail, like Joanna said. As you just saw the part with the snow on that steep slope, if you're unsteady, I would definitely bring some hiking sticks to kind of steady you through there if you know there's going to be some snow on the trail, or there's a time of year where the weather could get bad and the trail could get washed out or muddy. But after you get through what we just showed you with Ryan going through that steep slope area, we take a little trek through the woods and you get to this climb up to this cattle fence that opens up into some of the most epic views of Eiger, Jungfrau, and Monk that you will find. I thought I was overselling it to Devin and Ryan on our way up there, and when we got up there, they were just blown away. And the pictures, they just don't do it justice. And there's nobody else on the trail. I mean, it's one of the most epic photo spots on the planet, in my opinion. I've never seen so much beauty in one spot, just surrounding you 360 degrees. And this spot alone makes the trail worth it. This has got to be one of the best trails on earth.
Guys, we are up on a peak and we're hiking, and there's this amazing rainbow behind us. It is so, so pretty. Here's the other side of it. It's so cool.
So despite hiking through the rain and the mud and the snow, once we got up there, the rain started clearing up, the sky started clearing up, and as they did, this rainbow just started stretching across the sky and gave us something that I don't think very many people get to experience. And like I said before, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. And then we got to see a rainbow up there and get some incredible pictures. It was just an incredible moment to be able to experience that. Yeah, totally worth all the soaking wet pants and the soaked through shirts and the mud, the rain. It was just a gift, and we couldn't have been happier with what we saw up there. We saw one, maybe two other groups the entire time we were out there, and that may have been because we were crazy and decided to go do this as the sky was a little bit overcast. But like I said, it cleared up for the second half of our trail. We got blue skies, we got a rainbow. It was just incredible.
Whenever we were there in May, there was also tons of wildflowers. Those aren't present in the fall months. At least we didn't see any in the fall. There are beautiful, beautiful streams, waterfalls, and I cannot recommend this trail enough. The fact that, like Evan said, there's hardly any people on this trail. I'm just thinking about it right now and really want to go back. But my overall review of the trail is 5 stars. I would recommend it to anybody, and I do recommend it to a lot of people. It's beautiful. Once you get up the steep parts, it's really not that challenging to climb, or I guess walk, I would say. Add it to your list whenever you are in the Jungfrau region. Spend an afternoon doing it. You will not regret it. At the end of the trail, we actually missed our cable car and decided to get some food. So there's a little restaurant that sat right there in between the end of the trail and the cable car called Hotel Alpine. And I got the roasty, the boys got burgers and steaks, and the food was absolutely delicious. You have to try roasty if you're in Jungfrau. It is amazing. You'll see it on the screen. But yeah, that's all we've got for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please drop those in the comments below. Thanks for being here, and if you want to catch up on our journey through France and Switzerland, you can catch up here now. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. And as always, like, subscribe, share, save. It helps us out here quite a bit.